My name is Michael, and this is my Widebody Genesis.
What got you into cars?
I think honestly, the acceleracers, the Hot Wheels acceleracers from like 2000 and whatever, all those like old DVDs, that was probably my go-to.
And what made you want to start modifying cars?
The Hot Wheels acceleracers, because then from there, it was just a whole bunch of little Hot Wheels cars, and then all of a sudden, yeah, this thing happened, and here we are, yeah.
What made you choose the Genesis?
Price point. It was the most reasonable thing at the time, and plus it was the only thing I could probably get by with like leather seats and like heated seats, everything else. It was nice manual. Parts were cheap, so yeah. Except for now, but.
Genesis at one point wasn't super popular, but now they're gaining popularity.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because people are realizing what you can really do. A whole bunch of parts have really started to kind of come out. Like, I didn't think it was possible. We were able to like really start to stroke out, especially the 3.8s and the 2.0s. They say it's an Evo platform engine. It is, it isn't. You can't really compete with that. But for what it is and what you have, like 25 pounds of boost or more is like really tangible.
If you have to choose your favorite mod on your cars thus far, what would it be?
It would most definitely be the wheels. Gotta say that was a super like custom project, working with a whole bunch of amazing people, and it all came together with all like the vinyl graphics and like the custom powder coated like fasteners, and being able to run like that wide of a tire, like it just bled so nicely into like the fitment and everything else. So I'd probably say that's gonna be my favorite, yeah.
I heard from the grapevine that you actually crashed this car at one point.
I did. I put this car off the road, and I literally ordered the wide body kit like 2 months before. And then the car got literally just sent, written off, everything, whole subframe, everything was all gone. And then it was coming into the wintertime. And yeah, the wide body still hasn't arrived. And I had a decision. I was kind of like, do I build it back or, just scrap it? And I brought it back. So yeah, after like 8 months and another parts car, it was, it's sitting here. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it was tough. If I showed you the photos, you'd be like, "What is it?" It looks like just mangled. So it was full. So the front subframe. So the whole subframe was punched. Bumper was gone. Both fenders were gone. Like totally pushed back in. Rad support, crash support. Frame was bent up. Yeah, huge. Like damage over all along the side, had to do a whole bunch of body work. One of my front struts actually, when it came back down, snapped the top hat off. So the spring came out and everything. So the spring hit the ground. It was 8 months solid, I'll be honest. It was 8 months solid, but yeah.
I'm assuming you've done most of this work yourself, I would say.
Yeah.
And then, you outsource for certain things like wrap and whatnot. I know you did the wide body yourself. Is it difficult? Like, you did it by yourself in the garage with your girlfriend without ever doing a wide body before.
Yeah.
To anyone out there who's going to attempt this, give us some tips and tricks.
Car scene is amazing for so many reasons. You meet so many different people. Don't be shy, ask for help. Like I had to get, Faith, my girlfriend, she was here with me throughout the whole process. I gotta say, my brother was also, he came out and he was helping me out. It was 3 days, and if you're new to it, try it. Like, just, if that's what you want to do and like you're ready to, like, you know, you're ready to throw down and you want to go with that, like 1,000%, I would always say, like, chase it, do it, you know, but also be confident enough in yourself to be able to ask questions is the whole thing. So like reaching out to like a body shop or reaching out to someone else like who might just have a wide body, even like a content creator that would have a wide body, you know, on their car, and be like, hey, what do you think? Should I do, you know, riv nuts or rivets, or should I do all hidden fasteners, or what's your input? Like, you know, like, trust me, people will give you an honest answer. And yeah.
That most of these wide body kits, as good as they look, they take a lot of work to put on.
Yeah.
And did you have to trim a lot to make fit better?
No, this wide body kit was amazing. This is the Krotov wide body kit, so it comes out of Russia. This was a fairly ready to slap on kind of kit, especially for the Genesis. There's a couple of them. There's the Monster V2, there's the Monster V1, there's the Duraflex wide body kit. There's so many different things, but this one, just for what it is, especially if you're gonna wrap your car, like, I would definitely recommend this, because it's the automotive grade high strength plastic, like ABS plastic, I think is what it is. And like, it's forgiving. In a sense, like fiberglass, if you ever work with fiberglass, you guys, it's not forgiving at all, but with this, hold a second. Terrorizes the street. Yeah, it's forgiving. So yeah.
Your rear bumper looks quite special there.
Yeah.
If I can remember correctly, you did get rear-ended, didn't you?
I did. So I had a Arc Performance fiberglass rear bumper, and just driving home from work, and then yeah, I got rear-ended at a left, well, making a left over on one of the main streets over here, and yeah, it was an interesting experience. It was a shock at first because the fiberglass was just gone. This was just after I put on the wide body as well. So it was a tough go, but after a while and some amazing people and stuff like that, I was able to get a hold of this one now, which is the Arc Performance Solus. I don't know, I think it's like their newest version. Again, still ABS, not fiberglass. But yeah, I absolutely love this rear end, even over the last one, which everyone said was ugly, but I liked it, you know.
What is your future goal with this car now?
So I think the next thing that's going to happen with this is besides little odds and ends, and I say it kind of weird, like little odds and ends, like we're going to do a carbon trunk. I would love to have I have a ski runner that I really want to mount. It's like a 7-foot long, just low profile ski runner. That would be awesome. I feel like bringing that like Lamborghini style, like just bring it down to the back would be a really cool thing. But past that, like, I think a swap is going to be in the future. There's going to be some other cool stuff happening with the Daily, and I'll say that lightly. The Daily, the BRZ will be LS swapped, hopefully within the next, year, year to like 16 months, something like that, 18 months. But for this, I would love to go K-swap. It sounds like a Robbie Fiera S-type thing, a wide body Genesis, exact same thing, but for what it is, the power that you can make, and like, if I break it, like, I can just buy another motor. Like, tossing a couple things up, it was like, on the cheaper end, it was LS, K24, or it was like, let's go crazy, let's go like 2JZ, or like an RB, that would be amazing. Like, I would love to do an RB swap, or like a 1UZ, or like a 1ZE, like a Toyota Century V12. Those would be awesome. But the only thing is like, finding what's compatible and what I can kind of toy around with, and also in the same shot, like, I'm not made of money, man, you know.
Yeah, and that's the image that people like get when they see cars like this.
Yeah,
they think to themselves like, "Hey, that guy's rich." No, we just spend our money stupidly.
Yeah,
that's the main
pretty much. It's like, this is also like 3 years of like working full time, everything else. Like, it's and like being able to commit the hours instead of, you know, paying a shop to do it, you know what I mean? So like a lot of people like, yeah, if you have the big brown envelope and you go over to the shop and you say, hey, make this thing like 1,500 horsepower, and you hand them a GTR, right? They'll be like, thanks, but it'll cost what you think it is, you know? Like this over here, like this car, I gotta say, has been a wild range of emotions. It's been up and down off jack stands more times than I can count. It's long nights in the garage. It's hanging out with your like it just becomes more than like what it is.
We are here with Michael Emmons Genesis, and we're gonna go around the car and talk about it, and basically, you know, see what we got done to it.
Yeah, like just starting right at the front. Honestly, I went with with the only piece that has stayed since pre-wide body, realistically, is this eBay front lip. I gotta say, I never really got into the whole carbon thing. That's probably gonna be changed, but like if it breaks, like I can always just like buy another one, which is always nice. But it is a Sabon carbon fiber hood, and then as we kind of work our way around, it's a Krotov wide body kit. So it's the full front, back, big side skirts, front and rear little quarter covers. It is on Weds, Cranes, Blitzeros, Kicks Racing lug nuts, and this is all the custom vinyl work that we were talking about before. So if you guys need that, please feel free, hit me up. The guy's really nice. As we kind of work our way towards the back of the car now, this is the Arc Performance rear end. Everything two-tone wrap. I gotta say, I absolutely love this rear end. It's super aggressive, just comes out far enough. Mix that in with the custom, full exhaust system. This is turbo back, everything. Vibrant ultra quiet resonator. Really just cleans it up. So like there's like no rasp. I absolutely love this exhaust. I gotta say, it's been my favorite over anything that like I could ever have bought. Taillights were actually, these are 100% custom. They still gotta be touched up a little bit, but I gotta say, totally all etched in, engraved, everything else. It's just this is definitely probably one of my favorite parts on the car. I absolutely love these. Like if you guys want to run this, it's a little bit of a thicker setup. It's a, so the tires are so it's a 325 in the rear and a 275 in the front. It's a 12.5 on a -26 in the rear, and it's a 10.5 on a -22 in the front. I gotta say, just don't mind the calipers. Still gotta paint those. But yeah, you gotta do it. Yeah, man, you know, but it's a beefy setup. But so this is metal lacquer Soul Red. I wanna say Vinyl Frog, but I worked with another company, Mist Auto Design. They did a fantastic job. They were like, hey, like, we're gonna find you something. And I was like, I just want it red. And they were like, we got you. And they came out with this absolute beast of a color. I absolutely love it. All right, working our way inside now. It's a little bit angled right now, sorry. But this is a Vertex Gloomy collaboration wheel. I gotta say, I love this wheel. But just to an NRG tilt-up setup. I thought about doing the whole quick release thing, but I don't know, just something about like just having it in there and just like being a part of the whole thing was just, yeah, something that really like appealed to me. All up over here, these are the Brom XL Elites. They have the white on black cross stitching and everything. So all the diamond stitch, I absolutely love. Over here, this has probably changed the feel of the car like indefinitely. It was like, yes, the steering wheel, the seats, everything else, when you sit in it, it's different, but like getting this IRP shifter, just so snappy, solid. I absolutely love it. The shift boot was made, it's just a little bandana. We kind of cut it up and did a little bit of sewing, and I don't know, I kind of like the whole black, white bandana print, everything kind of solid. But yeah, that is a PLM harness bar hooked up with Sparco harnesses, Sparco low profile seat mounts, which is fun. And just the factory Brom sliders, just brought to the right height, honestly, just high enough, but like not like you're sitting in like a truck and then like you're in a bucket seat at the same time, right? But yeah, that's pretty much all I got in the interior. But besides, obviously, the best air freshener you can buy, you know, for all you stinky people that need to smell good. If your car smells bad, you know, this is your this is your ticket. You know?
I didn't pay him to do that, by the way.
Yeah. Working our way now to the front of the car. Well, what would be under the hood? I'm not telling any secrets, but I am. It's turbo excess blow-off valve, ISR downpipe. It's honestly step colder spark plugs. It was just a quick little street tune. Makes, you know, respectable power, sounds nice. It's pushing decent amount of boost, especially everything's all like stock block right now. Yeah, depending on where we go with the build and if the K swap, which I really do hope, I really want this to work, comes into fruition, I think this will be the end of everything under the hood for this car, but until, you know, we move forward with everything, so I'm excited.
My question to you is,
Yeah. We do the K swap. I'll help you and let's record it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that'd be
Michael
dope.
and I live
Very closely.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you taking us across your entire build here. So let's hop in the car,
Yeah.
how she feels and how she sounds.
All right. Wow. I haven't put race buckles on in a hot minute.
So these are the...
I'm a bigger boy, so they may have to. I'm a thick daddy. What? Sometimes I say shit and I think to myself, like, what the hell comes out of my mouth? It's really what I was expecting.
We're in Michael's Genesis now. We're in this lovely portion. But before we get further into this video, we have a lovely little squeak happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of that's actually going to transfer to you guys. But before you guys start like keyboard warrior, like it's broken, let him explain the situation.
So, right as we got the air ride on and everything else, it obviously we had to send out the car for alignment, and realizing that I need to do a little bit more work with the suspension in the rear. I gotta get different control arms and everything. They tried to adjust it out as far as they could, and when I saw a breaker bar come out,
Sorry. Wow. We found the thing. What is that thing? I don't even want to turn it. We set it up. I'm not even going to turn it. There's just these random three girls running around with the table.
Go.
Go.
I swear.
Just go ahead. Yeah, there's three girls walking with a table that look like they stole it from someone. I can't reach like that rocket right now, but this is what is this is wild.
So, but yeah, when I saw a breaker bar come out for them to try and adjust it, it was just, yeah, I think it's been over tightened and now it's just, yeah.
Oh shit.
So when you're on a smooth road, you don't really hear it, but like when it's bumpy, it's just like,
So how much camera are you actually running right now? Because I was driving behind you, man, and like you can see that you're pretty aggressive on the camera side.
the front, like, I think 3 degrees in the front.
Okay.
And then 7 hit the back. So
That's nice.
on a 325, I think that equates to like 50% track.
Yeah, man, like literally half your tire isn't touching the ground. And some people are gonna watch us and be like, oh, what an idiot, this and that. But at the end of the day, guess who buys his tires?
Yeah.
So he can do whatever he pleases with it. I'm personally like, I had the EKOS cambered for a little bit.
Yeah.
And dude, I don't think it looked any better. Like it looked amazing. I love the way cambered cars look.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. It's not I can't justify it. It's just not my thing right now. If I had more than one project where I was like, okay, like this could be my camper build, I would love to do like a stupid static camper build, and then have my fast car in a daily.
That makes sense.
Right? And maybe a drift car. And maybe then a bigger garage.
And then maybe a bigger house. And then,
But
yeah.
aside from that, like, dude, like it looks fantastic. You nailed the looks on this car. It is so good. I'm assuming since you only got like 50% traction with the back.
She breaks up a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
Does it get sketchy when you're under like full boost? Because I guess it's not pushing that much power. And just talking about power and whatnot, do you know how much power you're pushing? Let's say roughly. Because you haven't got a dyno, have you?
No, I haven't gotten a dyno. From the tune that I got, they ranged it between, it was 295 and 305. So I always just say like 300, 305.
So not too bad.
Yeah.
And then stock clutch?
Right now, yeah.
Stock clutch. And the transmissions and the clutches in these cars, do they hold power well?
They actually do. For what it is, like there's YouTube videos out there. You'll see like, you'll be like 700 horsepower, you know, 2.0 Genesis, and it's like, and it's the same transmission that's in it,
right? They just obviously like they beef up the gears and everything else and do different things. There's a lot of custom work just because like there is aftermarket support for these cars.
Okay.
But it's not like Honda aftermarket support.
Yeah, understood.
Like Honda,
this is like specialty.
yeah, like it's like, yeah, like you're not quite like Euro where there's like, here's your handful of things to do.
Yeah.
It's like you can go different routes with it, but when it comes to like really like the transmission, like other kind of different things, like it all just kind of lines out to getting an R-Spec transmission.
Makes sense.
Right? But if you're running that, you already have the 3.8. And then if you already have those, which are like the higher power and everything else, you're probably just going to turbo it. And then you already have the LSD, and then you already have the Brembo. So it's like,
yeah.
That sounds really cool. It all sounds good.
Sounds great.
Instead of swapping it like you want to swap it, why aren't you building it and going like a bigger turbo?
So, well, price point A. For what it would cost for me to get a K series, right, would be whatever it is, 700 to like 1200.
Okay.
Right. The Genesis motors, they are cheaper, but like again, it's also getting the parts that can be a problem.
I see.
Because it's like only certain people will retail in a lot of like Canadian, right? Yeah. So like there's so much aftermarket support, which means that like the price then is kind of like washed out a little bit.
Makes
because
sense.
like 8 different companies make the exact same thing, so all of them are going to try and compete, you know?
Makes sense.
Instead of doing like if I lined everything off and like fully built out everything I want to do on this car, like it's easily, I don't want to say like 15 grand or something like that. Like it's just,
and at that $15,000 mark, how much power are you pushing?
5 something.
5 something. And that's like
5 something steady.
Steady. And for these motors, because I'm not too familiar, familiar with these. This is a BK2,
yeah,
right? So they're better than obviously the BK1s.
Yeah, they have a little bit different the way they mount the intercooler piping. It circulates better. They're able to push a little bit more, like a stage 2. I know everyone's like, there's no such thing as stages.
Yeah.
But stage 2 on like
hypothetically,
on a BK1 is like 280.
Okay.
You know, wheel, which is not bad.
That's pretty good.
But stage 2 on a BK2 is 300.
I see.
You know, so it's like it's a very.
Is it that the head flow's better in these, or compression's different?
No, no. I actually think both. Sorry, I'm not too familiar with the BK1 like off the rip, like to be able to like call shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's something, they do something different with the cam timing. I know they can be a little bit more aggressive on these motors. The only Achilles heel to this car, and I mean like besides everyone saying, oh, the only one, but the only Achilles heel to this car is the electronic wastegate actuator.
I see.
The electronic wastegate actuator is like garbage. I've broken 3 of them. Like it is
just randomly just driving.
Yeah, like, well, not randomly driving. Like when you do a pull, and then all of a sudden it's just like you slam into the next gear, and when it catches, the gears are plastic for the wastegate. I see. So it slams open, then slams shut, and then it just shears all the gears. And it's not bad for what it is, especially because you're only using like 50% of your tires. But you can tell the rear end is like, it's skipping a bit, right? You're not the most aggressive driver, right? Like you like chilling, just cruising and enjoying. You're not trying to beat people in races. You're not trying to be the fastest on the road. No, you just want to cruise. You want your car to look good. And it is what it is. I know a bunch of people in the comments like hate stands. Like when I had the EK, I used to hear it all the time. When it was stands, like, oh, it's not performing to its peak ability. But what if he doesn't want it to? Well, if you wanted it to perform to its peak ability, you're gonna camber it out. You're about the aesthetics of the car, the look, and that's what you built it for. Yeah, like I gotta say, that's exactly it. It's like I had my moment with this car where I had it set up properly, and it was just like, and it moves. You know, it's pretty quick. Like the gears were fun. It made nice sounds. Like it was just like, that was like, okay, I'm going fast. And then I kind of realized, I was like, you know what? Let me just slow it down. Yeah. And then I just said, well, let me try the stance game. And then the wide body came about, and it was like, well, now we really got to get in the stance game to properly run the wide body. Then it was, and get the fitment you want, right? Because it is possible to have a meaty fitment that is not stents.
Yeah, I would love like the R35, like GTR, like the, everyone sees like the Liberty Walk kits on those, and it's just like, they're just straight meats, and they're just,
It's just like very,
it looks like a cup car, like it's just, they're totally crazy. I absolutely love that.
if you had to give advice, one piece of advice to someone getting into a Genesis, and you only can tell them one thing, what would it be?
You can only tell them one thing.
One piece of advice. Like the most important thing you would say about a Genesis when someone's purchasing it. It could be, how to modify it. It could be how to maintain it. Or do you want to break it down into 3 things?
There's so many different things.
Okay.
I gotta say.
So, because this video can go on forever. So let's say top 3 things getting into a Genesis, what you should do.
When you're getting into one, learn the gearbox first. The gears are always like, especially just on the stock shifter and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're 2-3, and when you're starting out, especially if you're learning how to drive stick, you're gonna miss it 1,000%. It's just odd. It's far. It's a little bit too far over. Learn the gearbox. No, I'll just tie it into one. Learn the gearbox.
Yeah.
Learn and test the car. And it will show you like what you like. It will just lead you where you're gonna go with it 100%, right? Like that's what I did. I was like, hey, I don't like the shifter, so I swapped out the shifter.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't like, I want to go like, I don't like the ride height. Okay, so you lower it. There's give and take. That kind of happens everywhere, right?
We did not know of each other for years until he started coming into Garage 16.
Yeah.
Then we started talking. I'm like, yo, I see you everywhere. And we started like saying where we live, and we're literally like walking distance, 2 minutes.
Yeah, like
insane. I remember seeing you with like the mix match body kit,
the Bondo band,
and then you had the black wheels at one point, and like it was cool because like I didn't know Michael like personally, but I saw his car evolve throughout the years as I would drive. Oh, look, a Cybertruck. What is going on?
That's a Cybertruck?
Yeah, bro, look at it. It's the first time I've ever seen one.
Oh, it's ugly.
That thing's a Minecraft like mobile. But like I have ADD or something. But at the end, like I would see his car evolve throughout time, which is pretty cool. And Michael is probably one of the nicest, most respectful young men I've met in a very long time. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the day with me and getting some awesome shots and having this awesome review. I think your car looks almost perfect. I'm gonna say almost, right? I think it sounds perfect. I think the interior is awesome. Your direction with this car is perfect, and good job, buddy. There's not that many cars out there at people at your age that have done this much, so you should be proud of yourself.
Dude, that means a lot. And I gotta say thanks for, like, this has been like a wild ride of a day. I know you guys are only seeing like a little snippet of it, but like everything else, just side by side, trying to get all like the clips together and everything. It's just like, it's been fun. It's been a dope day.
It's been fun. And the best thing is Michael said he was nervous on camera, but he's an absolute pro. Comment down below, boys. Tell Michael he's a pro on camera. We should see him more on camera. If you do decide to do the K-swap stuff, let's capture it. Like, let me know if you guys want to see some K-swap, Genesis stuff down below. And if you do, we can definitely make that happen, because like I'll just walk over and I'll help you out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Do it once, do it right, and later.